All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving headfirst into Google's big new thing for search ads, AI Max. Now the promise is huge, right? More customers, better prices. But, and this is a big but, it means handing over some of the controls we're used to. So let's break down what's really going on under the hood and what this all means for your campaigns. So here's how we're going to tackle this. First up, we need to understand the why. Why is search getting so tricky these days? Then we'll introduce AI Max as the hero of the story, the solution. After that, we'll look at the proof. Does it actually work? And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a playbook so you know exactly what to do. Okay, let's get right into it. First things first, why do we even need something like AI Max? I mean, the whole landscape for search is changing. Like, the ground is literally shifting beneath us. It's super important to understand why that's happening. Think about it. The way you search has probably changed, right? It's not just about typing in a couple of keywords anymore. We're all using voice search. We're asking these long, super specific questions. It's much more of a conversation. And that creates this huge challenge for advertisers. How on earth do you keep up with that kind of endless human curiosity? Okay, just to wrap your head around the sheer scale of this, we're talking about more than 5 trillion searches on Google every year. That's a mind-boggling number. But honestly, the volume isn't even the main problem. The real challenge is that so many of these searches are totally unique. These super long, specific questions that you could never, ever guess with a traditional keyword list. It's just impossible. And this right here, this is the core of it. We're looking at 61% of consumers saying they want brands to get them, to understand their exact needs. People expect the ad they see to feel like it was made just for them, for their specific question. If it's not hyper-relevant, it just gets tuned out. It feels like noise, like spam. So what this really boils down to are 3 main jobs for any advertiser today. You can think of it like this. The customer is saying, number 1, find me. Show up when I need you, even if I don't use the perfect keyword. Number 2, reassure me. Give me an ad that speaks directly to my problem, something that builds my trust right away. And number 3, direct me. Don't make me hunt around. Take me straight to the answer on your website. Okay, so that's the challenge, right? The find me, reassure me, direct me problem. How can anyone possibly do that at scale? Well, this is where Google steps in. Their answer is a powerful new toolkit called AI Max. So what exactly is AI Max? The most important thing to know is that it's not a whole new campaign type you have to learn from scratch. Phew, right? Instead, think of it more like a supercharger for your existing search campaigns. It's like a one-click upgrade that plugs Google's most powerful AI directly into what you're already doing. Now, AI Max is built on 3 main pillars. And what's really cool is how they perfectly line up with that find me, reassure me, direct me challenge. They're designed to work together in concert to create this seamless, really intelligent experience for the user. Okay, pillar number 1 is all about find me. This is where the AI goes way beyond your keyword list. It's almost like keyword list targeting. It looks at everything, your ads, your landing pages, all your site content, to figure out what you're really about. Then it finds people who have that intent, even if they search for something you never thought of. And don't worry, if you have exact match keywords, they still get first dibs, so you keep that control. All right, next up, pillar 2, reassure me. This is where it gets really clever. The AI essentially turbocharges your ads. It dynamically creates brand new headlines and descriptions on the fly, pulling inspiration from your landing page and the user's specific query. The goal? To make the ad feel like it was personally written for that exact search. It's pretty amazing. And again, you're still the editor-in-chief. If you see some AI copy you don't like, you can just remove it. And the final piece of the puzzle, pillar 3, direct me. This is all about getting the user to the right place fast. Instead of dumping everyone on your homepage, the AI acts like a smart guide. If someone has a really specific search, it will send them directly to the most relevant product or info page deep inside your site. It cuts down on clicks, reduces friction, and just gets them to their answer. And of course, you can tell it which pages to avoid, like your careers page or about us section. Okay, so that all sounds pretty great in theory, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about performance. Does this thing actually work? Let's dig into the numbers and some real-world case studies to see if AI Max really delivers. So, according to Google, advertisers who flip the switch on AI Max are seeing, on average, a 14% lift in conversions for about the same cost. That's solid. But Check this out. For advertisers who are stuck in the old world of really tight exact and freeze match keywords, that number jumps to a whopping 27% increase. That just goes to show how much opportunity was being missed. Let's take a real-world example. L'Oreal. They turned on AI Max and suddenly started appearing for these super specific, high-intent searches they were totally missing before. Things like, what is the best cream for facial dark spots? And the results were, well, insane. They literally doubled their conversion rate, and their cost per conversion went down by 31%. And you might be thinking, okay, that's great for someone who is too restrictive, but what about a well-oiled machine? Well, look at MyConnect. They were already doing all the right things. Broad match, smart bidding, the whole deal. And even for them, AI Max squeezed out 16% more leads at a 13% lower cost. That proves this isn't just about fixing old strategies. It's about finding that next level of performance. So, what's the big takeaway from all this data? Well, it's pretty clear your mileage may vary. The biggest jumps are definitely for folks moving away from super restrictive campaigns. But even if you're already highly optimized, there are still real gains to be had. At the end of the day, there's only one way to find out what it'll do for you. You've got to test it. All right, so you're intrigued. You see the potential. But you want to do this the smart way, right? You don't want to just dive in head first. So let's talk about the playbook. Here's your action plan to get started responsibly. Look, the absolute best way to do this is with a controlled experiment. It's a simple 3-step process. First, do a quick audit. Make sure your conversion tracking is rock solid, and you're not starving the campaign for budget. Second, run a proper A/B test using the experiments tool right inside Google Ads. Give it a good 6 to 8 weeks to really learn. And third, after that learning phase, you just analyze the data and make a smart, informed call. Simple as that. And this is maybe the most important part. This is not a set it and forget it autopilot. You are still in the driver's seat. Google gives you a ton of guardrails to steer the AI intruso. Your negative keywords are still your best friend. You can block competitor brands, you can exclude pages like careers, you can veto any ad copy you don't like, you can even turn off entire pillars of the system if you want. You are still the pilot of this plane. What we're really talking about here is a huge shift in what it means to be a search marketer. The old way was all about being in the weeds, endless keyword research, writing a million ad variations, manually tweaking everything. The new way? You're moving from being an operator to being a strategist, a pilot. Your job is now to feed the AI great creative, to curate its best ideas, and to guide the whole system with smart, strategic guardrails. So look, AI Max is a seriously powerful tool, and it's built for how people search today, with more curiosity, more detail, more intent than ever before. To really succeed with it, it's about finding that sweet spot between trusting the automation and providing that crucial human strategic oversight. The AI is already out there, finding your next customers in places you never thought to look. So the real question is, are you ready to meet them?